So we just found out we're moving back to Hawaii in 2 months. Honestly, I mean, hello. Like, we're so excited. It's what we wanted. But 2 months. So we have to do a few things. We have to figure out and complete all of the paperwork and stuff that they need for my dog, Moose, because Hawaii's really strict about bringing pets in. We have to figure out what to do with our house. We have to figure out what the car situation's gonna be. We have to figure out when do we pack up the house and go. We have to get or find a place to stay as soon as we can, which shouldn't be a problem because I have family there and I know they'll be willing to help us out if we have to couch surf for like a couple weeks or something. If anyone's equipped for this kind of the speed of this whole thing, it's us. So you know what, we'll figure it out. And yeah, come on this moving journey with me. It should be great fun. Yay, woo! Okay, it is Tuesday. The Tuesday after the Friday that we found out that we were moving to Hawaii. I just got out of the shower. Today I have to bring my dog Moose to the vet to get a blood test that Hawaii requires because they've eradicated rabies, so they just need proof that he doesn't have rabies. I also want to sort of get started trying to do everything I can as fast as possible to get this house that we're currently in to a place where when we have to leave, like in a month now, which yes, by the way, the timing of it all moved up. So we actually have a month left instead of 2 months. Yeah, but I'm trying to get the house to a point where we're comfortable just leaving. You know, like I have to take stuff off the walls, patch the holes in paint, doing like touch-ups wherever is necessary. Before I do that, I have to take updated pictures of the house because I have changed some things in it since moving in. I've like painted all the walls used to be white, and I've painted our bedroom and this bathroom and our guest bedroom. So I need to update the photos and show it like staged because our house was brand new. So the listing photos, it was like, you could tell it was new construction and it was empty. They didn't stage it or anything. I have to update the pictures. I also put cabinet hardware on the cabinets, which is so weird. I'm like realizing that Texas, for some reason, maybe it's not just Texas, but I was not used to homes like not having cabinet hardware. Like that's a thing here. A lot of homes don't have cabinet hardware and I don't know what that's about. But I put knobs on all of our cabinets and I've changed some of the lighting fixtures. I added that chandelier in here above our bathtub. Little things like that I just want to reflect in the pictures. So then I'll be able to list this house for rent because that's what we decided we wanted to do with it while we were gone. Most people would, I think, be freaked out at the thought of moving like across the country, especially to an island in the middle of nowhere, really. But because he's used to moving, I'm used to moving a lot, and I've lived in Hawaii before, I feel like we're we're a little stressed, but ultimately we're excited. Honestly, at this point, we can't really go any faster than 1 month, I feel like, but we're kind of ready to just be out there at this point. Very excited. My sister is there, some of my extended family is there, so I'm just excited to see them and spend more time with them. Go to the beach, my favorite beach ever, Makapu. I've missed it so much since leaving, so I'm so excited to be back there. The fresh air, the food, the people, but the beach. I'm also excited to go on like hikes and walks and stuff because there's not really much like that where I live here. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to being outside more. Not that I couldn't be outside here, but it just gets a lot hotter. And where we live, it's just, there's not much around, I feel like, to do outside other than go by the lake near our house, which has been lovely. But sometimes I don't want to go there by myself. And it's a whole ordeal with Moose to get him bathed after we come home from there because there are like sticker burrs all over the grass there and they get stuck in his fur and it's so annoying to get out. Like last time we went, I spent like probably 30 minutes with him just like picking them out of his paws and it was so annoying. So it's not always the most convenient to go to that lake. And there's a nice walking path right outside of our neighborhood, but again, it gets hot and there's not really much to look at. So it's a little boring, I'll say, but it's been nice to have that at least, you know. If we were in an area where I couldn't go walk if I wanted to, like I would be struggling a bit. But I'm gonna miss our friends here. I'm gonna miss Austin. I love Austin. I love being able to drive like mini road trips and see more of Texas. It's been super fun. But honestly, other than that, I'm very much okay with leaving. I feel like we've had a really good time here so far. It was like a great way to start our lives together, Kian and I. So we just got married last year and this was our first time living together and we've just had so much fun here. So I'm so grateful to have had a year here, a little over a year, but also very excited to see what life is like elsewhere for us and excited to see what it's like because we've both lived in Hawaii but at different times. And when he was living there, he was young, so I didn't know him yet, but then he would come back to Hawaii to visit me once we lived there, my family. And I'm just excited to see what it's like to live with him there, you know, instead of him just visiting. I think it'll be so fun. Bring our dog to the beach, hang out with family, my sister and her fiance now. It'll be fun. It's just a great place to be able to live. So again, today's agenda, I need to take Moose to get his blood work done and then I will come home and take photos of the house for the listing. And then once I take and edit the pictures, if I need to edit them, which I probably will, I'm gonna start taking stuff off the walls and patching like this week because I just don't want to think about it later. I've kind of been loving a no mascara look these days. Perfect the complexion and then brush my brows up. I kind of like it. Although I feel like I always like it better when my hair is like kind of wet and then my hair dries and I'm like, ooh, I should have put more makeup on. I also have to go through our stuff and sort of figure out like what's worth moving with us and what stuff we've kind of just accumulated, because I do not want to sort of hold on to items and move with them if they're just gonna sit and not be used, especially that far. Like I only want to move the stuff that like we really want and need. I don't want to have all this like extra junk. I'm sad though I won't be able to bring my plants there. I have to say bye to those. Which anyone who's a plant person knows that like I feel like they become, sounds kind of crazy, but you're their caretakers. So I have like some sort of an attachment to them. And I don't know, I'm just sad that I have to leave them. But I'm planning on giving them to some of our friends here, so they'll live on and they'll be here and at least I'll probably see them again. But these orchids in particular are like the ones that I'm like really sad to give up. That one was gifted to me for my anniversary, and orchids are kind of tricky. A lot of the times like the flowers will die and they'll be like dormant for a while, and that's what happened to that one. I got it on our anniversary, our like dating anniversary, not our wedding anniversary. So in October, and then the flowers were good for like maybe a month and then they fell off. But I did not give up and I continued to water it once a week, and I moved it into the bathroom where it is now instead of it being in our living room. And it stayed like dormant for a while, and then all of the sudden, it took maybe 3 months. 3 months later, it started budding these new stems, and it's been growing so fast, and I figured out that the orchids love it in this bathroom. So my friend gifted me another orchid, this one, for my birthday, and this one too has now started to bud more flowers than it had when I got it. So these have come a long way, and they're so happy here. I'm kind of sad and scared that when they move they're gonna die. But I guess that's the cycle of life. I think I finished my makeup. So I'm going to make breakfast. I think I have time. And then I'll see you when I have to bring Moose to the vet. Okay, just got in the car. We are going to the vet. Thankfully, I've kept up with his vaccines and stuff, so there's not such a delay in Moose being able to go to Hawaii. So all he needs is this blood test that I was telling you about earlier. Whereas had I not been keeping up with his vaccines and everything, or if I didn't get him microchipped, like they require the dogs to be microchipped, and then it has to be before their rabies shots for some reason, I'm pretty sure. And then each rabies shot can't happen any closer than 30 days between doses. So it's like dose 1 you have to get and then wait 30 days for the second dose. And then after both doses of the rabies shot, 30 days after the second rabies shot, they have to get this blood test. And then obviously the test is sent to a lab, and who knows how long the lab results take. But then once you get the results back, then you have to send the lab results to Hawaii at least 30 days before Moose can even arrive there. So had I not been up to date with everything else, it could have been months. And that's what most people have problems with, is that they're not up to date with everything. So it takes a lot longer for them. Thankfully, we're in the last phase. And then I guess 2 weeks before we move him there, at the most, we have to get another health certificate proving that he doesn't have parasites, that he got tick treatment, flea and tick treatment, I'm pretty sure. So it's a whole ordeal. And then we have to book his flight, and if he arrives between like 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. it's good, but if he doesn't, then they have to keep him overnight, and then that could potentially mean quarantining him and whatever. So it's a whole process. But the first time we moved to Hawaii, we shipped 2 of our dogs out there from Rhode Island, and we ran into so many problems because they fly in the cargo section, you know, and I don't think that's air temperature controlled. So when it's hot out, it can only reach a certain temperature outside before they will not allow the dogs to fly. And so when we first tried to move our dogs out there, they kept delaying the flights because it was too hot. I think it was July. They had to change flights, like I want to say it was 3 times or something. And because you needed that certificate within 2 weeks of arrival, every time their flight got delayed, we had to go back to the vet and get the certificate again because it would have been too long since the first one. So it was a whole thing. I'm praying that that's not the case, that doesn't happen with us here. Like that he can just find a flight and that there won't be any issues getting him over there. A little bracing for impact on that one, but hopefully it goes smoothly. We don't run into any problems. Anyway, I'm going to focus on driving. We live like 30 minutes from the vet, so it takes a little bit, but I will check back in after our vet appointment. Okay, we just finished at the vet. He did so well, but it was so expensive. That one test, the Favin test, so expensive. But now we just have to wait for those results to come in. Dang, that was a wide turn. Then I get to send those off to Hawaii. Then 30 days from that is when he can get there, I think. So hopefully those results come in quickly. And we're almost at the one month mark of Kian having to start working. So ideally all of our schedules would line up so that all of us could go out at the same time. All of us meaning me and Moose.
Go past this light,
Ian.
then
if I have to stay back for a little bit, that's fine. So now we're going home. When I get home, I'm going to clean the house so that it looks good for the photos I'm gonna take of the interior, and then maybe I'll cut the grass so that I could get the exterior pictures done too. So I'm gonna drive home and I will see you when I get home. Good boy. Okay, I just finished taking pictures and now I reheated lunch, and then now I'm gonna edit and upload the photos that I just took of the house. Hopefully they turned out well, because I don't want to go around and take those again. All that's left to do now is photos of the outside of the house, if these turn out well. So I would say we're more than halfway there with the photos of the house. I just finished my workout. I'm going to cut the grass because we're having people over tomorrow and I need to take photos of the house from outside, showing the yard and whatever. So we're killing two birds with one stone. Grass has to be cut. After that, all of the photos for the house will be done, which is great. I still have some to edit, but the hardest part is taking them. So, or at least getting the house to a place where what's in the photos looks good. So we're gonna finish the outside today, hopefully, and then I will check back later. Okay, so it's the beginning of the next week. I just finished editing this portion of the video and I have a few updates. I decided that I don't want to take everything off of the walls until it's like absolutely necessary, because we still have a few weeks and I know I can get it done in like 2 days, because I don't want it to not feel like home in here, and it's gonna feel so sterile. Although now that I'm saying it, I'm like, should I just do it? I don't know. I guess that's a this week problem, when I want to take everything off the walls. But we finished getting the house photos done and they're up, and we're still waiting on Moose's vet results, or the lab results, and so we can't really do anything more about that. I don't know, we're going as fast as we can, but I feel like we've gotten a lot done. So I'm gonna make a going through my closet video, doing like a keep or not sort of a thing, because if you know anything about the houses in Hawaii, it's not like you're getting a ginormous amount of square footage without literally breaking the bank. And so storage there, I already know is gonna be a problem. And right now we have a pretty nice sized walk-in closet, and I just know we're not gonna find space like that for all of our clothes and stuff. So I'm gonna try to condense and only keep the things that I love, which I feel like I should do anyway. So I think I'm gonna film a video about that tomorrow. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned for the next video. We're going through my clothes, and then I think I'm gonna also make another one, like a montage of my art that's in the house while it's still up on the walls, in case anyone's interested in seeing that kind of stuff. So I hope this video was entertaining. I know it could be helpful if you have a dog. I mean, don't take my word as whatever the actual requirements are, but at least you know that there's other people out there doing it, bringing their dogs to Hawaii and being successful in that, because I know it can be overwhelming. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will keep everybody updated as this move develops, and I can't wait. I can't wait to be able to share more once we get there too. So thank you so much for watching. Mwah.